Ralph Jr., film critic, filmmaker, artist. From the age of 5, Ralph Jr. has shown the world that he is the greatest visionary of the 21st century. Get on your knees, because it's time for Ralph Recommends.
So what up, everybody? Welcome back to Ralph Recommends, and today I'm going to recommend you something really fun. Today, we're going to be looking at a film from 1981 called Roar. The film was directed by a man named Noel Marshall, who produced The Exorcist, actually. So this is a unique film in that the incredible story being told extends beyond the film itself. Roar chronicles a man and his family, as well as his friend, managing a nature preserve in Africa full of large cats such as lions, tigers, cougars. Nothing out of the ordinary here. It's probably a really boring movie with some pro-nature messages, you know? What makes it so interesting is that they actually used more than 100, I believe 150 untrained large cats during the shoot. So you have 150 untrained lions, tigers, panthers, cheetahs, and jaguars all attacking this film crew and these actors while the film is being shot. The film is essentially a series of animal attacks strung together by a very loose framework of a story. And it is one of the craziest fucking things I've ever seen in my life. Forget the fact of humans being attacked by these large cats. These large cats are put in such close proximity with each other, so there's just tons of scenes of them in houses and these unnatural locations, literally just beating the shit out of each other. Now I know what you're thinking. Why would anyone do this to themselves? Who would make this film? Why would you be in it? Why would you be on the crew? The director of photography infamously got hundreds of stitches because he got attacked by a lion and was basically scalped. Noel Marshall's family, which also consisted of Tippi Hedren, who was his wife, and Melanie Griffith was actually his daughter, along with his 2 other sons, John Marshall and Jerry Marshall. They loved the cats. They grew up with the cats. They cared for the animals, and they figured they had enough control over these animals to make a movie with them.
Well, hello, Gary. Wow. Why didn't you go with your friend? Why didn't you go with your friend? Aw. Come on, you should go with your friends.
And it's a very pro-environmental film.
What are you trying to prove? That you can have lions socializing with people?
No, but we can't keep exterminating them. We can't keep eliminating their land. We can't keep exterminating everything that we fear that inconveniences us.
Alpha male lions aggressively attacking each other, dozens of lions running through houses, destroying furniture, is insane enough. But then you have this guy, Noel Marshall, running, literally running, in the middle of them, yelling at them.
One of the lions bit him through the hand. The bite caused arterial bleeding that was shooting out about 15 feet. And he goes, "Let's get the cameras. We're going to shoot close-ups on my hand. We're going to put this in the movie." And he said, "Ken, squirt some blood in there." The bleeding had stopped. He wanted me to squirt fake blood into the hole. I realized after that day that this isn't the normal person I'm working for. This guy's a little out there.
That's where the true story of this film is. Because the film itself, very light on plot. Whenever they try to have a scene in which they give exposition or have a story, it's always interrupted by a large cat fucking with something. There's a scene they're on a boat trying to do some exposition, and the scene barely even starts because a tiger just comes on the boat and starts attacking them. There's another scene when there's these two tigers on this boat, and the boat just sinks in the middle of the scene. You could tell these actors were just terrified in every take of the movie. They're like timid and really trying to avoid the cats.
Oh, what the hell's wrong with you? All you got's a few scratches.
Except for Noel Marshall, who was like, he's got balls of steel, this guy.
For my studies, I have to get as close to them as possible. No, actually, the closer you get to them, the more they'd like you, the safer you'd be.
The best is this guy, Kalo Mativo.
That's my jacket.
He was an African actor they brought in to play his friend. And this dude is terrified the entire movie.
Say hello to Henry the Jaguar, would you? Not today.
So this film took 11 years to make. They kept losing funding for it, but they kept going. People kept getting injured, and they had to stop production because there was all kinds of floods and shit, but they kept going. They were so in debt making this movie that they had to finish it. The film was a commercial and critical failure. It ruined the marriage between Noel Marshall and Tippi Hedren. To hell with the cats. There's an elephant in this movie, and you're like, oh, what a relief. We finally got a peaceful creature who's not gonna try to kill and destroy property. He allows the animals in the movie to basically improvise and just, you know, dictate where the scenes are going just by letting them be animals. And it's this interesting statement, and it reflects the chaos and uncertainty of Mother Nature. There was a script, but it was often changed because the animals kept ruining the scenes. How can you film a movie like this?
No!
Roar, beyond its crazy backstory, is an average movie, although it's not incompetent. The director of photography, who got mutilated during the filming, he actually did a good job. The film looks good. The editing is actually surprisingly well done, considering it's really just a series of animal attacks that the editors somehow managed to get some kind of story across. So that was good. I love the music.
That we stop all the killing and greed. Time is slipping.
I was genuinely in like shock and suspense when lions were chasing them down the hallways, or like they were in the same room as lions. So much was lost and sacrificed to make this movie, and I love it. The lions in this movie reminds me a lot of my cats, especially Tubby, Tyson. There's this scene where they're licking blood off of each other and off the furniture, and it was very cat-like. It was cute.
Became a guiding light, shining ever through the struggle and the fight. Our home in Eden, now we're home at last.
I remember when I was 13 years old, I wanted to be an artist. I wanted to share my images with the world. But sadly, it's the only film I've ever made. I shot it on a T3i. I bought 2 T3i's instead of buying one good camera.
Only 5 of you are gonna get that joke, but that's fine.